Well, tech companies are looking for non-tech employees. A number of jobs available that don't require an IT degree. And Tom Gimbel, the founder and CEO of the LaSalle Network, is joining us now to talk more about this. Tom, good to see you. How are you?
I'm doing great, Ray. How are you? I'm doing the Bears game. I'm starting to feel normal again. It took a day.
All right, let's not start off on that note. We're looking up here. Tech jobs have always had this reputation of having high pay, perks, and prestige. Is that still the case when you compare it to other industries?
It's really not. There's two separate ideas when it comes to technology jobs. Number one is you're a technology person, meaning you're either writing code, you're a data architect, you're an infrastructure person, cybersecurity, in the project management office, things along those lines. If those don't make any sense to you whatsoever, but you work at a tech company, then you refer to yourself in that way for whatever reason, but you're really just a salesperson, an accountant, a marketing person, HR, but you work in a technology space. And usually the skill set that comes with that is people like to think because they've worked at tech companies, they're high growth professionals.
All right, well, you mentioned some of the positions here. Let's talk more about the kinds of jobs. I mean, it's like any other workplace, I suppose, but is there anything else that somebody needs to think about if they want to join a firm like that?
I think number one, if you are a technologist, you don't have to only work at what's labeled a tech company. To go and do technology for a manufacturing company or an airline or an auto manufacturer or a company that makes desks, whatever it is, there are technology jobs at non-tech companies, and you may actually be adding more value to those companies, and your job may have a higher sense of security than if you actually were one of a lot of tech guys at a tech company. So that's something to be thoughtful of. Number two is if you're in the back office operations or in a sales or marketing role on the front end of things, you should really be looking and saying, why do I want to be in a technology company and what makes my skill set valuable there?
What about the idea of maybe transitioning into a position where there is a little more technology involved? Is job training something that happens a little more easily in that industry?
Well, what you want, if that's the case and you want to move your career more towards technology, going into a startup in a smaller company, no matter what it is really going to be the best place for that because you become jack of all trades. They need somebody to go do this. They throw you on it. You have to learn on the job. You're YouTubing how to, you're networking with whoever you can to learn that skill set. So that's a really important aspect. If you're already in a job and you want to transition, what you have to be thinking about though is your compensation is going to change at a bigger company. If you're in accounting and you want to make a move over to IT and you don't have the skill set, you're not competing at the same level, and financially it may hurt you.
So does that mean, even though, yes, it may be a higher paying job down the road, you may have to start at a lower level, and if that's the case, how do you even get your foot in the door?
That's exactly right. Sometimes it is one step backwards, two step forward, Ray. And you have to look at that and you have to say, what have you done that's going to make that skill set transferable? So if you're in a sales or marketing role and you want to move into technology, were you using Salesforce? Did you understand how they were programming it? Did you talk to the Salesforce administrator? If you're in human resources and you're working in the payroll software, did you understand the software? Were you adding ideas to help that? And were you working with the development team on how to change it? So there's a lot of things you can be doing in your non-technology job using the technology you have that down the road will allow you a smoother and easier transition over to a pure tech role.
You gave us a lot to think about, Tom, as always. Tom Gimbel at the LaSalle Network. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.
Stay healthy, Ray. See you next week.
All right, you too.